Okay, Will and Chris, we're gonna solve that like family at the goal party.
Topics and Tea with Candace P in 3, 2, 1. All right, y'all, we're talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock again. Okay, so it looks like sources close to Chris Rock have spoken, as well as Will Smith speaking on his own. Will Smith took to his Instagram saying, "Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all of the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will." All right, so this is Will Smith's public apology to Chris Rock. Now, Chris Rock personally has not responded just yet. There is an apology statement going around that some people are reposting, but it's not for certain that it's real. Now, when it comes to sources close to Chris Rock, this is what they've been saying. So according to TMZ, rapper P. Diddy might have lied when he said that he can confirm that Will Smith and Chris Rock had worked out their issues. According to TMZ, Chris Rock hasn't spoken to Will Smith and didn't know that Jada had alopecia. It says Will Smith and Chris Rock have not buried the hatchet. Despite reports to the contrary, in fact, they haven't spoken since the slap. A source with direct knowledge tells us Chris and Will haven't settled anything, despite a claim from Diddy saying everything was cool. In fact, we're told the whole thing stunned Chris. He went straight to his dressing room after the slap, and there has been no communication since between the two men. We spoke to a close friend of Chris who was at the Oscars, who tells us even before the incident with Will, he had no intention of staying. He went to his dressing room and then left the building. And then another source says Chris had no idea Jada had alopecia and that he doesn't have a mean bone in his body. TMZ says our source says Chris was left shaken and bewildered by Will, but he still went to an Oscars after party to try and have some fun before the night ended. As for Diddy, we're told he was backstage when the whole thing went down, but he told Page 6 at the Variety after party. Our Chris Rock source says that's absolutely not true and the two have not spoken. Okay, so y'all see that? We got a case of the he say, she say. Whether it's true or not, it was a smart move for Chris Rock's sources to say that he had no idea that Jada Pinkett Smith had alopecia. That was a smart move considering that's what most of the outrage is about. Like I said, whether it's true or not, that's what Chris Rock's team is saying. I'm just waiting to hear from Will Smith and his team. Let us know, was Diddy lying? Did Diddy make that story up? Did Will Smith and Chris Rock settle things last night? Did they have any kind of conversation at all whatsoever? Or are the sources close to Chris Rock telling the truth? That Chris Rock has not spoken to Will Smith at all, and that Chris Rock didn't know that Jada had alopecia. They basically said Diddy is lying. So listen, we need to hear from the Smith family. Hopefully we don't have to hear from a source. Hopefully we can hear straight from Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith. Honestly, I don't think that we will hear anything about if there really was a conversation or not, because Will Smith has already put out his public apology. He let it be known that he definitely knows he's wrong. He lost control of his emotions because the issue had to do with Jada Pinkett Smith, his wife's medical issues. And according to the LAPD, Chris Rock chose not to press charges on Will Smith. So let's hope that this is where it ends. Okay, so let's get into some of these celebrity responses. Check out what rapper DaBaby had to say about this whole situation.
I feel like a lot of valuable shit can be taken away from the Will Smith situation last night. The main thing is like, you know, it's just an example of like how motherfuckers play with you on the internet, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta, you know, you gotta let it slide. It's the internet. You gotta let the shit slide. It ain't nothing you can do. But when motherfuckers see people play with you on the internet, especially if they play with you long enough, it become a pattern of like playing with you on the internet. It kind of, you know, it kind of gives some people like the confidence and it just make them bold enough to feel like they can play with you in person. And you know, with everybody, that ain't the case. You know what I'm saying? So that shit really just separated the internet from real life. Like, you know, you see niggas playing with a nigga on the internet every day, so now you think you could play with a man's wife in front of him, in front of his wife, right there while you in the same room. Like, it don't go like that. So, yeah, Will Smith for president. Then when you know the nigga, man, you just can't let that slide. You know what I'm saying? Can't let that slide, man. Fuck that. Fuck how they gonna feel about you. You fuck all that. They gonna talk about you, make a fool out of you anyway. You see what I'm saying? And fuck if you was gonna win an award or not. Imagine how it would have felt to win that award, but then go home with your wife and goddamn, you ain't stand on that business when that man played with her like that on national television with both of y'all in the room. That trophy wouldn't have felt like shit, nigga. There wouldn't have been no trophy. You know what I'm saying? So why even play with a nigga on a night that could potentially be the biggest night in his life and his acting career? Why play with that man's wife like that? You don't know what they got going on, man. So it's just refreshing to see somebody not put being liked and accepted by Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood need to see niggas standing on business to know, you know, this shit's still real life. That's all. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and just crawl back in my hole. You bitch ass nigga.
Rapper Nicki Minaj also responded saying, "I love Chris. I don't think he would have made that joke had he known what Jada recently shared. But between him and the whole team at the Oscars, you mean to tell me not one of y'all heard this woman just shared this heartbreaking story? Come on, son." Here's the thing, and this is such an amazing eye-opening example of it. The husband gets a front row seat to his wife's pain. He's the one consoling her, drying her eyes behind closed doors when those cameras go off. Social media has made people feel that these husbands won't ever run into them in real life. You just got to witness in real life what happens to a man's soul when he looks over to the woman he loves and sees her holding back tears from a little joke at her expense. This is what any and every real man feels in that instant. While y'all seeing the joke, he's seeing her pain. Imagine what it feels like to be losing your hair to the point where you have to shave it bald. You think that's easy to deal with for anyone? You don't think she's cried about that many times? 2022, y'all gonna have to see these men about those jokes you made about their wives. Like I said in my last video, if y'all missed it, go back and watch it, or you can just listen to me now. I definitely don't condone any violence. You definitely shouldn't be hitting and punching people just because you're upset. However, I do understand why Will Smith did what he did. I understand comedians tell jokes, I understand. However, when it comes to people's health, sometimes I feel like that should just be off limits. And this isn't the first time that Chris Rock has made fun of Jada Pinkett Smith at the Oscars. So I feel like this was just the last straw for Will Smith. He was very upset. He's a very peaceful, happy person, and he never really reacts this way. So that's why you can tell this was the last straw for him. But I want to know what y'all think about all of this. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and the notification bell, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one, all right? Bye.